Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of AutoCraft. My name is Zame012 and to start off, we're going to go to the industrial district because I promised you guys we'd work on some more farms. So let's go right into it. What we're going to do is I want to work on a flower farm, kind of right there. So I cleared this little area out. And we need a flower farm because our dye shop is struggling to get sales with dyes because there just isn't any dye in there except the ones I have. Right there, you can see them right there. So I want to build just a very simple dye farm, flower farm, to get those dyes. So let's do a very little time lapse here. Well, after that time lapse, you may realize that I'm in a different location. And that's because the main thing I needed this for was the blue flower, the cornflower. And the place I had it in did not have it. But if we just turn this on, and that's why the volume is so low, is because of this. I just have to, walk around and collect it. And yeah, this is about like a minute or two on. So it's not that bad. Just come over here, turn that off. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm dumb because I put the hoppers in the wrong spot on this side. Yeah, those are right. These are wrong. I'll fix that. But we got some flowers, some more flowers, and then I just throw the seeds in there, and it's good. So yeah, let's go back to the farming industrial district, and we'll start talking about the next farm. Since we have the flower farm now over there, and that covers every color, because we have brown, and then we have the Wither Rose farm for black, and then we have the flower farm for everything else. But we don't have green. So I think we need a cactus farm. So I want to build one right in this area here. I might need to expand it a little bit, but I cleared this area out and I have a bunch of resources to make it. I don't have a lot of cactus, but that's alright. I have enough. So I think we're gonna do another time lapse here. Well, now that the time lapse is done, in between this clip and the time lapse, I filled in all of the cactus, and yeah, and then I AFK'd for about an hour, and I got everything minus this 45, so basically 9 stacks of cactus. But I'm going to build another layer, but I want to do it kind of step by step with everyone, with you guys. It's pretty simple. You can probably guess how it was built based on the replay, but I just want to go over it with you guys. So let's just do one of the platforms. So with the platform, you want to have it so it's not on the top of a block like this, but you want to have it be in the same level as it. So when you place another block on top of it, it's not elevated at all. So if you're on like a second or above layer, you want to have it one slab above the fence gates here. And it's just a 9x9 platform, so I'm going to build one up real quick. Alright, so now when you have this 9x9 platform, you want to make sure you leave a hole in the middle, because that's where, I mean, as you can tell, all of the water stops directly on the corners here, and it all flows into either the previous, the layer below it, or into a hopper. But the next thing we need to do is add a glass border around this, which, again, is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to do that real quick. So now that you have the glass border around your platform here, you want to put the sand in. And what you want to do is just do every other one off from the corner, and then it's just the same thing, every other one, all the way across like so. And then what you want to do is you want to have your fence gates, and you want to have it 2 up from the sand block. So 1 and then 2, because this allows the cactus to grow. You put the cactus down here, and it will grow up 1 and immediately break because of this and fall into the water and down into your hopper or hole. So I'm going to fill in all of the fence gates, and then we can add the cactus. So once you have your water buckets, you just put each one in the corner. That is it. But since this is a slab, you do not want to waterlog it by directly placing it on it, because that's what happens. And I probably just destroyed a bunch of torches doing that, but you don't want to do that. You want to place it up against the glass there. Or, I guess you don't have to use glass, but whatever block you have here, place it up against that block, not directly on the slab, otherwise you waterlog the slab, and the water will not go to there. But once that's all done, it's as simple as just getting some cactus in. 24 cactus for 1 pod. And then once you have that, it's just getting the resources for the other pods. Because once you have some cactus, you have an infinite number of cactus at that point. So, pretty simple. I'll build another layer here, and we'll do some rate checkings on it. So coming back from an AFK session overnight for 5 hours, we got 47 stacks of cactus about in 5 hours, which we got about 602 cactus per hour. So, I mean, that's pretty good. 602 per hour. That's definitely more than enough to fill a dye shop. So, yeah. Speaking of dye shop, let's go check what I've been doing in the dye shop. Well, I have been working very hard to fill this up, and I have changed it. So instead of doing one diamond for 32, it's 2 diamonds for 64. So the price is still the same, but instead of selling, half stacks, we're now selling full stacks of dye. Some of them aren't, most of them are completely full, but some are yet to be stocked up completely. So like purple and lime green, I think, are the lowest ones I have. But lime green is easy to get because we have a bunch of green dye now, and we obviously have a ton of white dye. I need blue. The problem with blue is that you need it for 4 different colors. So getting a lot of blue is very difficult to do. So I'm still working on getting blue dye to fill these 3 up. But lime is very easy to get, and obviously we have the cactus farm, so green is very easy to get as well. So let's finish filling these up completely. Now completely stocked up, all of the colors are done. So I think Clumsy wanted to meet up to discuss making a farm for for the former Z Trade shop. So let's meet up with him and discuss what that farm is. All right.
So you want me to use a cringy intro?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Clumsy.
Clumsy who?
Just clumsy.
Just Clumsy?
Uh, and Zane, clumsy and Zane
Ah,
together again
yes, of
doing stuff.
course. Of course, me and Clumsy. Well,
How silly of us.
so the carrot farm me and Clumsy built is finally done, and we have put all of the villagers in. We put all the mine carts in, and I think the next thing we need to do is build a storage system. So I'm going to do that real quick. And that is done. So it's not much at the moment. Me and Clumsy are still going to need to terraform this place, but the storage system is done. And it's nothing too crazy. So we have the obsidian block where the villagers on, and then the 4 hoppers. And they just go into some double chests. So as you can see, it's already working. This side already had a couple, or 2.5 stacks, I think, so it's working a little bit. But I also had to. I made some changes because after looking at some videos of these types of farms on YouTube, a lot of the newer ones had beds here for the villagers. So I put some beds in, and then I also gave this villager a job because I noticed a lot of people were putting jobs in for these guys. So I just went ahead and did that and just made him a fisherman because I had that on me, or it was the first thing, one of the first jobs I saw that I had. So yeah, it is pretty much done. And I think what I want to do next is update the storage system because while this is a lot of storage, it fills up rather easily. Well, not so much, but like sugarcane is basically full up almost all of the way. Um, Watermelon fills up a lot. Pumpkins fill up a lot. And slowly bone meal is making its way up as well. And obviously we have cactus and then the carrots over there. So I think the storage system could use an update. And I think that only just means making this platform bigger and having an open air platform instead of a enclosed building type thing. So I'm just going to do progress updates on that rather than a time lapse because I think that will be better. So I will be back with a progress update. And here is that first progress update. I have taken down basically the entire platform of the old one and the pillar for it and moved it over. I moved it over because of how close the old one was to the TNT tree farm. And because this one doesn't work on the server, I still need to keep this one up and running to fill the tree logs up at the shop. So I moved it over and obviously made the platform way bigger. And I think I want this to be an open platform type of thing where all 4 sides have chests. So it's not just 3 and then an entrance. It'll be an open top with, um, the an open top basically. And so now I'm gonna have to start moving these chests over, which is the last thing I wanted to do, but I think it needs to be done because then where I put the chests and how I orientate them will determine how the water will come in and so forth. Because unfortunately, that one's gonna have to be redone. This one just has to be moved back, but this entire thing has to be redone and moved to here, this block. So I'll have to work with this a little bit, get that all done, but I'll be back once I move all the chests over. And move the chests I did. So I didn't take the chest down, I just made a bunch of new chests. And stacks of 8 with 5, so 40 times a bunch is a lot. There's a lot of chests here for hopefully plenty of storage. I hope. I kind of want to put portals in the middle here, so when I come out, I'm at the storage room instead of in the middle of nowhere down there and fly up here. So I think that's what I want to do. And yeah, so second progress update is done, and then I will do another progress update when I've put all the redstone in and moved all the items. Well, I was gone for like 2 seconds to make a sandwich after an AFK thing, and I thought to myself, wow, I'm out in the open, I'll probably die from phantoms. Nah, death is on. Death is obviously not on, or he is and not paying attention, so I'm out of the game now. Oh well. Sucks to suck. Just to be clear, I don't think it's actually Death's fault. It's 100% my fault. I stayed out there and left. So it's not Death's fault. It is only mine. Final update. It is done. The storage system has been completely moved, and all of the items from the old one have been moved into the new big one. So I don't have item frames yet for these, but I will. So like bamboo's over here. Yeah, sugar cane, melons, pumpkins, all of the tree types, and bone meal. The only thing I need to do is get cactus somewhere and carrots as well. Because carrots, there's a lot in there. But this is a good start. So I think the next thing we need to do is add in the portals to get rid of that one pretty much. Because that's a weird spot for it, and this is a much better spot for it. So let's do that real quick. Alright, the portals are in, so that means the storage system platform is entirely done. And the old one is also completely gone except for 8 repeaters and smoothstone, but that's okay. But since this is done, that means the old one is gone. As you can tell, I've removed it, and I've hooked up that old portal, moved it in the nether to the correct spot for this portal, and it works perfectly. And I think we'll save moving all of these to the water stream, which I have started placing a little bit here. I ran out of glass though, but I started placing the glass for the water, and I think with that, we'll call it today. We'll finish the episode here and work on it some more tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And everyone have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all next time.